Damn, son. Fuck. New York Knicks getting blown out by the Rockets. First preseason game. Pretty underwhelming, man. I mean, the first couple of minutes, it clearly showed that we couldn't hit our shots. And James Harden got into the lane easy, man. There's nothing to say. There's nothing to hide the fact that our defense was terrible. James Harden was doing... It didn't look like he was doing anything really, but on the court, he really was. The crossovers he was doing, getting into the lane, getting foul calls as usual. Man put up 28 points. But the defense, man, I know Joakim Noah wasn't playing. Defense was really atrocious, man. Players were getting beat. Courtney Lee was getting beat. Derrick Rose was getting beat on defense. Almost no communication. Knicks didn't know what they were doing out there on defense. And you know, last year the Knicks were actually a pretty good team at defending the three-pointers. Well, not last night. Last night, Ryan Anderson. Oh my God. First of all, you can't leave Ryan Anderson open from three. And Ryan Anderson last night was just stroking it, man. That man was wet. Man was firing on all cylinders. That man scored like what, 26 points? I mean, he scored like 26 points in the game. Ryan Anderson, this is the same guy that legend talks about being an essential role player, but he is a legitimate starter in this league, man. He could start on various teams in this league. As far as the Knicks go, like I said about the defense, definitely needs to be improved. But speaking about, it's just the first preseason game, so we gotta relax. We did lose by about 27 points, but then again, the Warriors beat the Clippers by about 50. That doesn't mean the Clippers are really that bad. It just means that it's the first preseason game. Everyone's just getting back into the NBA flow. And the Knicks looked very rusty, man. I mean, some things look good, some things look bad. As it pertains to Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is beating people off the dribble, man. Derrick Rose looks good. Derrick Rose shot 50%. I like what I see from Derrick Rose. 16 points, about 5 assists, shooting 50%. That's good, man. His defense needs to get better, of course. But other than that, he's beating people off the dribble. He's getting into the lane, reverse layup, stuff like that. He just needs to work on finishing at the rim, and he's gonna be good, man. You saw he had a little floater, he had a little stop hook, and you know, whatever, right, as you can see right here. So Derrick Rose was doing good. Courtney Lee shot 50%. Courtney Lee's defense, we count him for defense and 3-ball. He is definitely getting beat by James Harden. But then again, that's James Harden. And I think Courtney Lee is just getting into a rhythm. Now, as far as Kristaps Porzingis goes, Porzingis was just stroking it, man. Oh, you talk about Ryan Anderson stroking it. This man Porzingis put up, what? He put up like 5 threes in the game? And last year, he shot like about 34% from 3. In this game, he shot like, what? 70 to 80% from 3? Man was on fire in the third quarter, unconscious. And if he could do that with Derrick Rose, that pick and roll game, oh, just wait on it, man. That shit gonna be crazy. And of course, Carmelo Anthony didn't really get going, really. I mean, he had a couple early fouls, which, you know, sometimes the thing about Carmelo Anthony is he's a strong player. And when you see those foul calls, it's like, man, it could go either way. It's either a charge or it could be, you know, a regular foul. But Carmelo Anthony ended up with about 10 to 12 points. 4 for 13, not the start I wanted to see from Carmelo Anthony. Hopefully the next game he does better. But overall, man, the Knicks definitely can improve from this first game, man. I mean, we did get blown off the floor, but I saw some good things, man. Brandon Jennings also coming off the bench. He did get hurt a little bit, but he's alright. But shooting 2 of 10, Brandon Jennings, I think that's going to get better. That's got to get better, Brandon Jennings. His first game, coming off a long series of injuries. And he's Brandon Jennings as well, man. He was beating people off the dribble, getting into the lane. He just couldn't finish, and the Knicks weren't getting any foul calls. But hopefully the next game is a good step up. Hopefully Joakim Noah plays. And we don't know what about Derrick Rose, because Derrick Rose has that civil case going on right now. Hopefully he's innocent and he wins it. Because that's another thing. If Derrick Rose actually loses it and gets guilty, whoo, next season is done, man. But anyways, man, Mindaugas Kuzminskas didn't get a lot of playing time, man. I'm actually surprised that Kuzminskas and, you know, Tristan Randall and Ron Baker didn't get much playing time until like the fourth quarter. Because by the third quarter, middle of the third quarter, the game was pretty much done. I mean, Rockets had a good amount of lead in the game, and you know, Hornacek was playing this guy called Indoor, and Indoor just got signed by the Knicks in July, and I'm like, Why are you playing indoor instead of playing, you know, Ron Baker or just Jason Randall or Mendauskas-Kosminkas, who I thought was going to get some good playing time, but they didn't really get any playing time. Kosminkas finished with about 7 points, 3 of 5 from the field, but he stuck with Endo, and he even played Sasha Vujicic. Like, we already know what Vujicic is going to do. Why we need to see him in the preseason, man? Getting more playing time than the guys we really need to see at the NBA level? I don't know, man, but hopefully next game is on Saturday, I think against the Grizzlies. I'm out for now. Leave your thoughts in the comment section, and peace.